ードでの休憩を終えてユニバーサルに戻ってきました。今朝はフロリダからユニバーサルスタジオフロリダからスタートしたんですけど、今アイランズ・オブ・アドベンチャーに向かってます。
That's right, round 2 of our Universal Studios adventure for today. After a nice long pool break right in the middle.
すごいさっぱりしました。
And we are going to start this round, like Saya said, in Islands of Adventure. So this time, instead of turning right in City Walk upon entrance to the parks, we turn left.
そしてアイランズ・オブ・アドベンチャーにはいくつかの私たちのお気に入りのアトラクションがあるのですごい楽しみです。
Yeah, that's right.
それでは早速アイランズ・オブ・アドベンチャーに入って本日のここユニバーサル・スタジオ・オーランドでのパート2を始めていきたいと思います。行きましょう。
So, so we have now entered the park here at Islands of Adventure, and now the adventure begins.
で前のブログを見た方はもう知ってると思うんですけど、私たちは最近ユニバーサル・オーランドのアニュアルパスホルダーになって一番上のランクのプレミアパスを持ってるんですけど、なんとそのプレミアパスの特典の一つが4時以降にエクスプレスパスにアクセスすることができるんです。で今はもうWhat time is it right now, babe?
Right now, it is 5:53 p.m.
今もう4時以降なので今からエクスプレスラインを使ってアトラクションにアクセスしていくことができます。
Because two of our favorite attractions is in Marvel Superhero Island here in Islands of Adventure, we decided to come here first. And boy, am I excited. If you know anything about me, I love Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan, so super excited. So here in Marvel Superhero Island, we can see many displays of Marvel characters throughout the land.
そしてここのマーベルスーパーヒーローアイランドは MCU じゃなくてコミックバージョンがテーマにコミックバージョンのマーベルがテーマになってます。
Yeah, that's right. So here are some of the Marvel superheroes you can see here in Marvel Superhero Island. Here we have the Fantastic Four. You can see Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, Invisible Woman, and Johnny Blaze, the Human Torch, flying right over the Fantastic Four Cafe. We have the Silver Surfer surfing right on top of the cotton candy shop.
あ、そこにプロフェッサー X がいる。
That's right, Professor X right on top of the, I believe that's a clothing merchandise shop. Here we have the Kingpin from the Daredevil franchise right above the video arcade.
お金を投げてる。
That's right. So this is in reference to Foggy Nelson and Matt Murdock. And Matt Murdock is Daredevil's real name. Attorneys at law. So this is their law firm. Very cool Easter egg here in Marvel Superhero Island.
で皆さんちょっとすいません、マーベルスーパーヒーローアイランドでは音楽がもうすごい大音量で流れてるのでその私たちの会話が聞こえづらいかもしれないんですけど、私たちの全部のブログには字幕をつけているのでもし聞こえづらかったら字幕をつけるのを忘れないようにしてください。
Yeah, it's like a party in here.
で I see your favorite Marvel superhero.
That's right. And he's huge. Mechaoki. Looking ferocious. My favorite superhero, Wolverine. Over here we have Dr. Doom's Fearfall, which is essentially, as you can see, a Fearfall drop ride, similar to the Tower of Terror.
これは一番最初に上がっていくときは楽しいんですけど、なんか一番最初に上がった後はなんかゆっくりとバウンスするだけなので、今回は、まあ、時間があったら乗るけど優先ではないって感じです。
Yeah, that's right. And if you notice, in terms of Easter eggs, if you look at the ground here, these are silhouettes of the fallen Fantastic Four. Yeah, who have been fallen because of Dr. Doom's Fearfall. Yeah, unfortunately, in this confrontation, Doctor Doom is the victor. Or Fantastic Four.
まあここにもシルエットがあります。だけどどれが誰なのかちょっとよくわからないです。
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. Maybe it's the Human Torch. I don't think it's Mr. Fantastic because Mr. Fantastic stretches. But nevertheless, poor Fantastic Four member. Over here we have Spider-Man villain Hobgoblin throwing jack-o'-lantern bombs right over 5 and a dime. So looks like another merch shop. Here you can see Wolverine's big muscular arm and his claws.
そしてそのすぐ横にはロークがいます。
Yes, that's Rogue from X-Men doing a big kick right on top of the merch store.
そしてですね、ここユニバーサルにあるマーベルスーパーヒーローアイランドは MCU マーベル・シネマティック・ユニバースではなくてコミックブックバージョンのマーベルがテーマになっています。
So a little bit of history of why Universal is allowed to use Marvel characters, which are now owned by Disney, in their parks is back in the 1990s, before Disney acquired Marvel, Marvel was in a very bad situation financially, and they were actually on the verge of bankruptcy. And in this desperation, they entered into a contract with Universal so that Universal could use Marvel's most popular characters at the time, which included the Avengers, the X-Men, and Spider-Man, in their own theme parks east of the Mississippi, which includes, of course, Florida. That contract is still active today, and that's why Marvel Superhero Island still exists to this day, which is pretty cool because honestly, it's nice to have Avengers Campus in Disneyland when you go visit California. But it's also nice to see the inspiration for all of the MCU, the comic book versions here, still in Florida.
まあ、基本的にディズニーランドはミシシッピよりも西にあるのでマーベルをテーマパークで使うことができて、ディズニーワールドはミシシッピよりも東側にあるのでこのマーベルスーパーヒーローアイランドにいるスーパーヒーローはディズニーワールドでは使うことができません。そしてガーディアンズ・オブ・ザ・ギャラクシーはこのマーベルスーパーヒーローアイランドにはいないのでディズニーワールドでガーディアンズ・オブ・ザ・ギャラクシーをディズニーは使うことができます。
Yeah, that's right. Guardians of the Galaxy was not part of that original contract as they were not popular superheroes at that time for Marvel. So, of course, Universal did not want them. And after they blew up in popularity because of the MCU, now Disney is able to take advantage of Guardians of the Galaxy in both Disneyland and Disney World.
But honestly, it's nice to have a Guardians of the Galaxy attraction and Marvel Superhero Island.
Yeah, we actually get to have a taste of Marvel in both Disney and Universal in Florida, so that's great to me. So here are more examples of characters that Disney cannot use in their theme parks in Florida. Here we have Namor, popularized by Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. We have Human Torch from Fantastic Four. I see Captain America. Let's see who else. I see Bucky. That's right, and we have Iron Man in his gold suit there. That's Iron Man right there, yeah. Yeah, babe. So basically, that's one of the first suits Iron Man ever built for himself, which we never really got to see in the MCU. Well, actually, that might be the first suit from Iron Man 1. I'm not so sure, but that's definitely one of his first suits in the comics. Here we have a more mainstream-looking version of Iron Man, more popularized with his suit there in yellow and red. I see Thor, I see Rogue, I see Spider-Man, I see Doctor Doom, Hulk, Wolverine, Captain America, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Storm, Magneto, Nightcrawler, Wasp, The Thing from Fantastic Four. Did I miss anybody, babe? Cyclops. Professor X as well. Colossus. Oh, there you go. Here we have Galactus, the Fantastic Four, the Watcher. Yep, pretty much got all of them there. Oh, how could I forget Silver Surfer? Here's more again. I guess there's repeat of the heroes. I see Namor, Fantastic Four. And the final pillar here, we have the Sentinels from the X-Men, Angel. I see Jean Grey, Cyclops, Magneto, and Beast before he turned blue. Here we have Spider-Man villain Electro right over top of this concession food shop here.
そしてここにはスパイダーマンのヴィランのドクター・オクトパスがいます。なんかプレッツェルを与
Adam.
Adam,
Yeah. So his name is Adam Kubert. So as I was saying, each of these displays here with the Marvel characters was drawn by famous penciler for Marvel, Adam Kubert. And if you look closely on each of the cutouts here, each of the displays, you can see his name. So, Saya, where is Adam here? His name is right there, as Saya pointed out, A-D-A-M. So unfortunately, Marvel did not allow him to use his full signature, but he was able to use his name hidden in each of the displays, which is pretty cool. And my question is, babe, why is Dr. Octopus attacking a pretzel shop?
I don't know.
You must be hungry.
実はですね、このマーベルスーパーヒーローアイランドにある全部のカットアウトにはアダムさんのアダムが隠されています。そしてここにはアイアンマンとトーアとキャプテンアメリカがいます。They look like they're in action.
Oh yeah, ready for action, fine. Captain America is actually throwing a shield right above his diner here. So this diner is actually named after Captain America. The shield goes to hit MODOK. So that's right. He just had his first appearance in the MCU finally. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So here about the comic shop, it looks like we have Magneto, the Master of Magnetism, who's a villain from X-Men. And I guess it looks like here there was some sort of blast that sent him falling down. But he landed on his feet within ferocious. Here we have a cool looking Iceman display. So Iceman is one of the X-Men. And his new power is basically control ice. Looking very cool here right by the ice cream shop. Oh, look who it is over beside the comic store.
ナモアがいます。ブラックパンターのキャラクターナモアです。
There he is. Close up. Looking very cool swimming. Where'd he get the water from? So babe, I think we've got most of the character displays here in Marvel Superhero Island, and I think it's time to ride some rides.
Let's ride the amazing adventures of Spider-Man.
Tanoshimi, one of my favorite heroes. We have entered the Daily Bugle. So those familiar with Spider-Man, this is where he works as a cameraman and reporter. Here's a large portrait of J. Jonah Jameson. Miscellaneous news clips. Mostly Spider-Man related and villains related.
Ned Leeds and Benny Grant, please come to the bullpen.
Some
Mr.
cool
Leeds
theming
and
here.
Mr. Grant to the bullpen.
Looks like an office in the Daily Bugle for a reporter.
すごい。これは前普通のスタンドバイナインに並んだ時はこのシーン、このなんかデコレーションがなかったので、
So cool. Yeah, this is where photographers like Peter Parker develop their pictures. Really cool. If you take a look at these ride cars here, these are some very expensive ride cars. This attraction was made in the 1990s, and at that time, these ride cars cost $1 million to assemble. Correction by the team member, it was actually $2 million.
Hello? This is Jonah Jameson. Roger, over. Is this thing on? Listen, Scope. Crime reports are coming in from all over the city, and I'm starting to get worried. Did you see that? The spider signal. Man, you shouldn't be out here. With Doc Ock on the loose, this could be the most dangerous night of my life. And yours. Be careful. Hey, what's going on? What was that? Intruder! If you think you're getting out of here, you're in for it.
So much for being careful. Just get back to the bugle and...
ラーマンのアトラクションに乗ってきました。これはやっぱり楽しかったですいろんな 4D エフェクトがあるので、それがすごいクールです。なんかこのアトラクションではスパイダーマンがいろんなヴィランと戦うんですけど、例えばエレクトロがそのパワーを使った時にライドカーが揺れたりとか、ハイドラマンが来た時に水がかかったりとか、そういういろんな違う 4D エフェクトがあってすごいクールです。
Yeah, that's right. This attraction here was a game breaker when it released in the 1990s, and it still holds up today. So it essentially puts you in the world of Spider-Man, where Spider-Man is going up against the Sinister Six, the various villains that Saya was mentioning, which include Hydro Man, Electro, and is led by Dr. Octopus. And wow, it still holds up to this day. You can still very much feel the 4D effects, like she said. You get wet, you feel the heat, you feel the fire. When it was released, it won many theme park awards during that time, and I can honestly say that it's timeless. And Spider-Man is a timeless character, still the most popular Marvel character. And in my opinion, from what we haven't been on Web Slingers in Adventures Campus yet, but for me, I'd rather immerse myself in the world of Spider-Man than playing a video game. So please, Universal, keep this attraction forever.
最新のアトラクションっていうわけじゃないんですけど、それでもいつ乗ってもすごい楽しいですそ
Right.
れでは私たちは今マーベルスーパーヒーローアイランドにいるので、今からインクレディブルハルクのコースターに乗りに行きたいと思います。
That's right. You ready for a Hulk-sized thrill? Let's go! Here is the entrance to the Incredible Hulk coaster. And wow, we see the Incredible Hulk tearing up what looks like a part of the coaster. He's carrying one of the ride cars. How ferocious.
そしてここインクレディブルハルクコースターの横にはストームフォースアクセレレーターがあります。Xマンに出てくるストームのアトラクションです。
And unfortunately, we've never rode this yet. And I want to, but I don't think we'll have time tonight. It's basically like a teacup ride similar to Alien Swirling Saucers in Disney World. But you know what? It's X-Men. And I love X-Men. And I think Saya is starting to develop a love for X-Men as well.
マークと一緒に X マンを見始めましただけど今日はもうちょっと時間があんまりないので、また今度これには乗りたいと思います。
Maybe next time, Storm. To this day, I only have really one word to describe this coaster. It's simply incredible. So the Incredible Hulk coaster, again, just like Spider-Man, it still holds up to this day. It was an opening day attraction for Marvel Superhero Island. And man, that first initial launch, I think one of the fastest launches still for any roller coaster. So how can that not be thrilling? Another thing that I don't rarely mention, I really like the music as well. It really adds to the heroic theming of the Incredible Hulk coaster, and it was actually created by Patrick Stump of the famous band Fall Out Boy. So that's a cool Easter egg as well.
あとインバージョンも結構たくさんあるので、コースター好きの方にはかなりおすすめのローラーコースターです。
Alright, Beth. So we know what's coming next.
今からガラスコースターに乗りに行きます。
Let's go! Give a shot!
それでは今日のビデオはここまでになります。最後まで見てくれて本当にありがとうございました。もしこのビデオを楽しんだらビデオにライクやコメントをしてくれるととっても嬉しいです。次回のユニバーサルオーランドブログではベロキコースターに乗ったりディナーを食べたりして夜にユニバーサルを楽しんだ様子をお見せするので、ぜひ楽しみにしておいてください。前回のユニバーサルオーランドブログではユニバーサルスタジオフロリダを満喫した様子をシェアしているので、まだ見てない方はぜひチェックしてみてください。そして今後のビデオも見逃さないように、まだの方はチャンネル登録と通知もよろしくお願いします。それではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。Make today magical. Bye!